Nothing here. Strange to see so many undead roaming around in the light of day.
Calm down, Deli. Nobody's chasing us. They're all back at the cemetery. Once Far and Kudlay mend the cart, we'll continue our journey.
Continue with what? Are you going to pull the cart? Because the horse has fled.
Ugh, you've always had a poisoned tongue. Far is going to bring a horse from the village.
Hey, Far, go get a horse. And make sure the skeletons don't eat you. I told you. Red.
Calm down, Deli. Nobody's chasing us. They're all back at the cemetery. Once Far and Kudlay mend the cart, we'll continue our journey.
Continue with what? Are you...
You've always always had a poisoned tongue. Far is going to bring a horse.
Far, go get a horse. And make sure the skeleton...
What do we do now?
How am I supposed to know?
The leader here.
All I know is it won't work. So what do we do? You tell me.
Well, let's plug in the old crystal. You still have it, right?
The old one's dead. The mana completely drained. As useful as a piece of glass. Now be quiet and let me think.
Hey, what's your name? Can you tell me what happened here?
Damned if I know. That's exactly what I'm trying to figure out. We were trying to get this ancient piece of stone working again. We re-etched the levitation sigils, reversed the charge on the amalgam.
I don't understand any part of what you're saying. Tell me about the undead already.
Anyway, the water must flow, so we went through the protocol step by step. The final directive was to replace the energy crystal. That's when all this started, when we plugged the crystal into its slot. Next thing you know, the undead were stumbling about everywhere. They were after the crystal. The workmen scattered and took cover wherever they could. And now the crystal's gone. I think the undead took it back to their graveyard. But I'm not setting foot in there. So don't ask.
What do we do now?
How am I supposed to know?
You're the leader.
I told you my godmother wasn't lying about the undead.
Calm down, Deli. Nobody's chasing us. They're all back at the cemetery. Once far and cuddling.
How much mana does it contain? That's one precious piece of glass. Hey, dead man. Never mind the sneaking about. Are you the keeper of this place?
I am the guardian of this cemetery. I watch over the dead. My name is Sir Valiant.
Then you can answer for your fellows. Why did you attack the aqueduct?
In the gray world of the afterlife, the world's light shines no more. It was devoured somehow by something that is not death. The dead were terrified there, in the cold and the dark, and enraged by this great crime. That is why they sought the crystal.
With all due respect, Sir Knight, the world's light is right there in the sky. That's no answer.
There used to be a mourner's statue here. It guarded the world of the living from those forbidden to pass, but an unworthy one came. A thief called Garrett. He removed the soul seal. Then I could hold back the dead no more. They broke loose and stole the crystal, and now they feed upon it.
What are we to do now?
If you return the soul seal, I shall resume my vigil and keep the dead in their rightful domain. But if you return the crystal to its former place, the dead warriors will rise again.
The soul seal will likely resurface in Marcellus sooner or later. But where? I should investigate this iniquitous den.
Where do we go next? Damned if I know.
To what do I owe the honor?
Are you interested in artifacts?
You found the right man. But you're not one of my regulars.
You're right. I'm looking for a thief named Garrett. Do you know him?
Indeed. He was by here not very long ago. He brought this huge, ornate object made of silver. Heavy, too. 3 pounds, if it was an ounce. But I didn't take it. My gut told me there was something dodgy about it.
The object in question was a seal that kept the undead from waking. Where's Garrett now?
Since he couldn't peddle his little trinket to me, he'll go to Castor, a merchant of magical items in my cellar. Castor doesn't usually trade off the books, but if Garrett spins a convincing enough lie, who knows?
Thank you.
You ain't no village simpleton.
Glad to meet you, friends. Have you been here long? Are you looking for work? How goes the search?
Not good.
The construction work pays pennies and it's back-breaking labor. No luck with the mages either. They're looking for educated folks, whatever that means.
I came up empty too. I'd enlist as a guardsman, but you need combat experience for that. Now, where would peasants get combat experience, I wonder?
That's right. We've been without work ever since we escaped from Parnak.
What if you became blacksmiths?
That could work. I've heard about a fellow named Tabor. Perhaps we should go and have a chat with him.
We could, but first we need to think about our wages. How much are we going to ask? Not a word of truth anywhere. Blasted pen pushers on every side. Maybe you could help me, eh?
What are you talking about?
I have traveled long roads and worn my boots thin to uncover the truth about the village of Parnak. And what do I find upon my arrival? The Chancery won't let me in. They call me a tramp. Yes, my ancestors used to live in the Albion Highlands. On the orders of the king of that time, they assisted in the construction of the fortress of Crucis. In recompense for these services, the king bequeathed us the lands in the vicinity of Marcella. We built the village of Parnak right under the hill upon which the Mage's Tower stands today.
What happened next?
My people lived happily there for many years, until a horrible pestilence struck. Our neighbors from Rickville envied us, you see, and hexed the village. I have no doubt it was their doing. We were forced to abandon Parnak, and many of us didn't survive the journey. But, unlike the others, I still hope to return. I've been searching for the truth hither and yon, but have found nothing yet. They gave me a device at the Mage Factory. It looks like a child's rattlebox. I'm supposed to walk around the hexed places with it, but I'm terrified of going back there. If only some adventurer could help me. What about you? I'll pay, of course. I'll be in the tavern just a few steps from the Mage's Tower. Take the device, please.
Careful!
The new recruits, huh?
I'm from Rickville.
There are only a handful of these artifacts in the world.
What did you say?
Halt! This transaction is over.
Oh my, who are you?
I'm looking for a soul seal that was stolen from an ancient graveyard. And that is the seal, I presume. The conclusion is obvious.
By the elements, there it is, the cause of all my troubles. Garrett, how many of these soul seals have you stolen?
I haven't stolen anything. How was I to know the damn thing is so important? Ah, well, easy come, easy go. Take it.
Put it back. Quickly now.
Rousing won't harm the wares, so feel free.
I'm no thief. Do you have any witnesses to back up these outrageous allegations? They must be among the living, mind you.
Hey, heard the new joke about the savior of Nostria?
We've heard all the savior jokes already.
It's the one with the cat in the dung pit, isn't it?
No, it's a new one. Listen.
seal is almost set. You have acted with honor and integrity, as a hero should. But be prepared. A groan from the underworld can be heard even here. My soldiers are crying out for assistance. As soon as the seal is secure, you will go over to the other side and lead them in one last battle.
Wait, you want me to pass into the afterlife just like that?
Of course not. Your spirit will use the seal to cross the veil. Your form will remain alive here, but your mind will travel to the underworld. Do not refuse, my soldiers. Every one of them gave his life for Nostria. For everyone alive today. Take command of their army and conquer this threat more terrible than death.
I don't get it. Why aren't you enjoying your final rest?
I used to be in the guard. I swore allegiance to the crown. That year, the king went on a crusade, and I stayed back at the capital. I longed to see my son, who was about to be born. But as ill luck would have it, a sorcerer found a way to control the troll hordes. Suddenly, they started raiding the suburbs of Marcella. I was killed in that battle. I died as a knight. Now I continue my service to atone for not following my king.
We must summon my eagles.
What about summoning...
Why do we need these birds?
Robbers and murderers have taken the outpost, and plenty of archers among them as well. If I summon the birds, they'll assist us in the fight. Although, I haven't tried summoning anything yet. But my mentor is Belinda, the most skilled witch in all Ruin. I know all the incantations up and down. Now, how exactly did it go again? At the hour of noon, seek a rattleberry bush and pick its fruit. Take the feather of a wonder bird, lord of all bird kind, and lay it upon the altar, then chant the words of power.
I hope you get it right.
Now help me summon the eagles. We'll punish the brigands together, and I'll reward you afterwards.